So I'm gonna start this segment this way, Aaron. The shift in the Overton window has been insane to watch. Like I've been an anti-war activist, and that's been my number one political issue before I was a socialist. I explained it so many times. I voted for the Green Party in 2016. I had no idea what the eco-socialist was back then. I was like, oh damn, Jill Stein is base as hell. She's talking about the wars. She's talking about ending the war. She called it the war machine. That's why I voted green. Then Marxism and socialism just so happened to align with me at that point. Yeah, and then the fact that I saw socialists and Marxists be anti-war, that also helped. I was like, oh shit, all the people who are anti-war are socialists. That's a good sign, right? So that's the order of events here. So now we see this part, the Overton window is so messed up because of Bernie Sanders in the squad. And a lot of people who don't have discipline, they see AOC call herself a socialist. And she's like, I like AOC, so I'm a socialist too. Meanwhile, they support NATO. Meanwhile, they support increased military funding. People who now call themselves a socialist, even though they have nothing to do with being anti-war. They have no criticism of the capitalist imperial machine, which is the number one priority of Marxists and socialists to dismantle. You guys know, if that is not your number one priority, you're not a socialist. But the people don't care about none of that stuff, but they call themselves a socialist. Doesn't make any sense. Right now, the strangest thing is the right wing is now rallying behind being anti-war. Now, this is a guy, I have no idea who this guy is. So before you do this shit, like, this guy said this, this guy said, no idea who this guy is. This is a big TikToker. Someone sent this to me, and I want you guys to hear his message. And see how weird that this is. They have a NATO left compared to what you see coming out of the right-wing Twitter and TikTok. And you guys will see immediately what I'm talking about when you hear him speak, because he's still a little off. But this is an anti-war message. I spoiled it a little bit. Let me know if the audio is good, CJ.
I got a serious question to all you Trump haters and liberals out here, Biden supporters.
So you can tell he's right wing because he immediately come out like, "Oh my God, Trump haters." So he's
culture war. He already started with it. Yeah.
Now we're gonna pick apart that later, but I want to watch. Let's watch the whole thing. I'm gonna explain later. So you see he's right wing. Now when I first read the video, I'm like, why the fuck you send this to me, man? So he starts off extremely rough. Now watch where he takes it though. It's unbelievable.
I got a serious question to all you Trump haters and liberals out here, Biden supporters, those with the mindset of vote blue no matter who. How many of you are ready to fight for your country? You see, you voted for a man out of pure hatred and spite for a different man. But now the man you voted for is about to get us popped off in World War III. I think it's only fair that since you voted for that man, and that man is the one getting us in this mess, that you should be put at the front of the line. You see, until something starts affecting you personally, nothing will change. And I'll be damned if I put my kids in harm's way or danger because some old ass man don't know what the hell he's doing anymore. He doesn't even know what the hell he's saying or who he's shaking hands with. So how many of you are ready to go fight his war?
Bruh, this man is using almost the same argument that leftists used to use. I don't know if you guys remember. We were like, I remember back in the day, like, hey, if you think we can fight the terrorists in Al-Qaeda, how about you sign up? If you want to fight Russians so much, how about you sign up? No, this is a right-winger that is telling the people who voted for Joe Biden, yo, Joe Biden is getting us in all these wars. You little chicken hawk. Why don't you fight in that war? Isn't this extremely, like, detach yourself from political tribalism? If you're someone who not into politics that much and you hear this message, you're generally anti-war, you're like, yeah, I'm right with this guy, right? This is the right wing has hijacked being anti-war. CJ, you have any thoughts? And I watch.
This is what we kind of chimed in on this yesterday with JB in Rome. We're seeing, and also when Rome was with us, we're seeing a real realignment. And I know that E is small in there. That real realignment of U.S. politics. We have the GOP or conservative side now becoming the working class anti-war party, and we have the Democratic Party that is the war mongering, weapons manufacturing, tech oligarch, corrupt. Like, it's a complete switching of that. And to me, this switching, this realigning, it should be more reason why we're saying we're not going through the Democratic Party. This is more reason there shouldn't be this attempt to use this party, because the party is becoming worse than the other party, at least in the public eye, like in the case of this anti-war. This is a great video, and I like what he did. He drawed it in. He drew you in with hatred, because the liberals probably, what you got something to say about us, and he drew you in, and then he laid your ass out with some knowledge. He laid you out. That's what he did with that line in the beginning. Go ahead.
Yeah, and let's watch the game just because it's super short. And this guy is someone I would love to talk to. The reason why is because he put this anti-war message, but he's still a Trump apologist. These are the people I love talking to. Like, you're anti-war, but you like Trump. You know he increased the military budgets, funded the genocide in Yemen. He literally vetoed ending the genocide in Yemen. He tried to coup Venezuela. He funds the apartheid state of Israel. So these are the people I would love to pick your brain. Your message is good. Drop the two-party duopoly. That's the only part of his message that turns people off. Like, if he didn't say that Trump shit,
if he didn't
and
say
he came out like an ordinary person, like, hey, liberals, you're voting for war. Why don't you fight that war? This message would be 100% more influent. Much more
it's the same thing. It's the same thing that we suggested with, I think it's with Jose, with the protest with AOC. If he just took out Tulsi, like, they have no attack. They have no attack. They have to address the policy.
Now you guys see why I'm covering
and
this?
with this person, the same sort of thing. Like, even if he's a Trump supporter, if he just edited out that first 10 seconds, they would have nothing to say about the substance.
Yeah, now you guys see why I wanted to cover this as well. The message of RBN is to drop the two-party duopoly. Like, if you're seriously anti-war, why are you propping up any of those parties? That's my message to this guy as well. This message is not as effective as you think it is, guy, if you're supporting Trump. That's why, RBN, we got to be militant about this, whether we talk to Republicans or Democrats. You are not serious about whatever message you're saying. You won't be influential. You won't win people over unless you tell them to drop the two-party duopoly. So let's watch it again, then we can do one more critical analysis, and then we can do the next segment. Like I said, it shouldn't be a long segment, this one.
I got a serious question. To all you Trump haters and liberals out here, Biden supporters.
See, he literally should literally take the first 4 seconds off.
Right there.
Really start for all the liberals and Biden supporters out there. Why do you have to put the first part there? Yeah. I'm sure this guy is a social media influencer, so he's trying to win over Trump likes. So I think he feel like he had to say that to get MAGA people. But you guys see how the two-party duopoly hinders,
or he's really just calling out those people, or he really feels like he's calling out those people. Stop, or he's doing what he's basically calling out the fake woke people. Stop acting like you fake woke anti-left people. So he's doing it in a way, not calling them anti-woke. So I guess that's a good thing. I guess he's doing that. That's a good thing. Yeah. But he's just pointing out you guys aren't left. I thought, what's going on here? So, I mean, these contradictions that maybe these sort of political contradictions or these realignments are going to get bigger and bigger. And we as Marxists have to point these contradictions out all the time. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, let's finish it, and I'll give my last thoughts on this.
Those with the mindset of vote blue no matter who. How many of you are ready to fight for your country? You see, you voted for a man out of pure hatred and spite for a different man. But now the man you voted for is about to get us popped off in World War III. I think it's only fair that since you voted for that man, and that man is the one getting us in this mess, that you should be put at the front of the line. You see, until something starts affecting you personally, nothing will change. And I'll be damned if I put my kids in harm's way or danger because some old ass man don't know what the hell he's doing anymore. He doesn't even know what the hell he's saying or who he's shaking hands with. So how many of you are ready to go fight his war?
Now, I'm assuming this gentleman, because he looks like he's black or at least part black. He does have some African features. So I'm assuming that now this is part of the black men that's leaving the Democratic Party and saying fuck you and going to the conservative side. And this is the lane being opened up by the Congressional Black Caucus because they're not doing nothing, by the Hakeem Jeffries because they're coons, by the Jamal Bowmans because they sell out immediately, and it's despicable. Those are my last words. Your last thought on that?
Once again, I just want to share this because it's just wild, the shift in the Overton window. The same messaging that anti-war activists believe for a long time. If you guys support these politicians, support war, how about you sign up instead of supporting the war hawks and then sending other people's kids to die? Last thought is I hope this guy doesn't have any plans to vote for Ron DeSantis. Because guess who want to go to war with China more than anyone? I would easily flip this on him. Like, if you're conservative and you want to vote for Ron DeSantis, you better put up or shut up. You got to fight that war on China. You better fight that war on Russia. You better fight them wars in South America. This has always been the talking point of anti-war activists, to put the onus on. This is what you guys are voting for. We know people are not actually going to sign up, but it's to wake people up. You're literally voting for mass destruction, and you're not even taking accountability for it. You won't even fight for the same wars that your politicians advocate for.